Hi guys and welcome back to the channel. If you guys are new to the channel, welcome. My name is Ken, also known as ThePopHeir. So in today's video, I'm going to be doing a first impressions review on these new Real Technique sponges. The sponge is wet and according to the instructions, top half or this bigger bit is the contour side, bottom half is the highlight side. So I'm going to do some cream contouring but only just done eye makeup and baking and obviously the base. So today I'm just going to be using this Australis cream contour kit. I'm using the light palette. I'm going to take that darkest color there, just on the edge, like that, and try and press it into a contour line. I wonder if I'm using it correctly though. I didn't watch any videos on how to use it properly, but I'm assuming that top bit there is the one that you're going to use to actually put the product in, and then you're just going to use the rest of the sponge to kind of blend it. Okay, now I'm going to try and blend that. Blend it up. Again, keeping the dark color upwards and just try and blend it up. Like, I think it works for the cheeks. Now, I don't know if it's going to work for the nose. I think it's just a little bit too big for the nose. But I'm just going to darken the edge of my face as well. So a little bit of a bronzing as well. Where your fingers kind of go into the grooves, it's actually quite nice. It actually feels like it's working. Honestly, I think that contour is a little bit gone explosive. Like, it's a bit too big. And I don't think I blended it too well down there. I'm going to see if I can correct that with a little bit of my banana powder. This one is by NYX. Let's see if I can etch out that contour again. Yeah, I think that works. Okay, for highlighter, I'm going to be using a liquid highlighter. This one is by Ultra 3. This is their Ready to Glow Illuminator. Just grabbing a little bit of that illuminator. Just going to try and blend that out. I think that works. Okay, I'm sorry if the light's a bit weird. I'm filming during the daytime and unfortunately my curtains aren't those light-proof ones. Anyway, I'm going to sacrifice a little bit of this cheek and I'm going to smudge a bit of mascara. Just there. Okay, I should probably have read the back properly, but it says, from flaking mascara to eyeshadow fallout, this little miracle sponge will help sweep away makeup mistakes. So, dry is used to pick up makeup and damp is to help blend makeup. So good thing I didn't wet both sponges. So I've got a small dry one and this is a wet one. So you guys can probably see how big the difference is when it's wet and dry. So these ones actually are really soft. Like, they're almost as soft as a beauty blender, but still have that spongy texture still. I don't know, it's really hard to explain. Anyway, so I've let that mascara dry. I think it is dry now. I'm going to try and use the dry sponge and see if I can rub it off. Yeah, it's rubbing, but it's smudged a bit of that foundation, which is my fault. I think I put a bit too much, but you know, if you have a little bit of fallout, I would see this coming off quite easily. Okay, now we're going to use the wet sponge to clean up some eyeshadow. So let's see if I can get that line to crisp up a bit more. I'll fix that up later when I do the rest of my eyeshadow, but let's see if I can really clean it up. Yeah. Okay, the next question a lot of people would be asking is, do I need these sponges? And the answer will depend completely on your preference of makeup application. So for me, I love using a sponge like this, the Miracle Complexion sponge, or the Beauty Blender to apply my foundation, my concealer, a little bit of baking powder underneath the eyes, and sometimes to apply face powder on the rest of the face. So with the Miracle Sculpting and Highlighting Sponge, I think it definitely does come in handy if you guys are into cream contouring. Now, I do occasionally do cream contour, and I do find that having another sponge is quite handy because if you use your sponge like this, like myself, you pretty much run out of real estate to use to blend. So having another sponge is definitely quite handy. The shape does come in handy as well. I think for me, just the application was a little bit wonky, but otherwise I can definitely see myself using this to really contour my cheeks. Not necessarily my nose, I think it's a little bit too wide. In terms of the highlighting side, I think it does come in handy if you have a cream or liquid highlighter. I don't think it would be really ideal for powder just because it would probably pack too much of it there. Unless that's the look you're going for, then definitely use that. But I think, yes, it does work. Okay, moving on to the mini eraser sponges. Do you need them? Again, the answer will depend on how you like to do your makeup. If I did make a mistake, like blend out a little bit too far, I would use the pointy tip of the big sponge, but the way I use my sponges again does affect that because I'd have product pretty much everywhere. So something like this, something like this would come in handy. In terms of erasing, I don't know, like I personally don't like using sponges to erase, let's say, flaky mascara. I always just try and use a brush to flake it off. If not, I will use micellar water on a cotton tip and then use that to remove it. I feel like the sponges just erase a little bit too much, and they also take a bit of the foundation with it. And my foundations don't always match my skin 100%, so there's going to be like a little spot there of natural skin showing, so definitely a no-no. I would personally use these sponges more for blending concealer underneath the eyes, because I do feel that the big Miracle Complexion sponge, as much as it's handy to have that tip, I do find that sometimes I don't get too close to the lash line because I don't know, like it's too big sometimes to get into the inner corner there, so I don't blend my concealer well enough in that area. Sometimes I have to use my finger. So I think something small like this definitely does come in handy because it just fits perfectly underneath the eyes. And also when I blend my foundation, especially the corners of my nose, I do find that sometimes this is a bit too big to get in there. So I think something as small as this would definitely come in handy just to, you know, add a little bit of foundation, just refine the base application. So long answer short, yes, these sponges do have a purpose. You can use them in many ways, not just the ways they're described on the back of the packaging. You can definitely use them for makeup application of foundation, blush, everything, and so on and so forth. It just really depends on how you like to do your makeup. If you are a brush type person, then maybe these sponges aren't for you. I mean, like Real Techniques has got a huge range of brushes to choose from, but if you guys are like me and you like using sponges, definitely check these sponges out. Again, just make sure with this one you kind of learn how to use it first before using this and then going out, because I think, I don't know, like there's a bit of a learning curve with this particular sponge. I don't know, I'm just really used to sponges like this. But anyway, those are my first impressions, thoughts and opinions. Thank you guys for watching. If you guys enjoyed the video, don't forget to thumbs up the video. Don't forget to comment down below if you guys have tried out these sponges. What are the things that you love about these sponges, or how do you use them? I mean, I've already mentioned a few ways you could use the sponges in different ways, but if you guys use them for other ways, definitely share them down below. Let's all share this information. Okay, I'm pretty much rambling. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to check out these other videos. If you guys haven't subscribed, don't forget to click on my face right there to subscribe. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!